Well, hello! Welcome back to my tiny little corner of YouTube. How are we? How are we doing? So today, I feel a little rusty actually, but hey ho, we'll get warmed up in a minute. So today, my plans actually changed. I'm supposed to be working today and I'm not now. So, which I totally trust the universe is giving me exactly what I need. And I'm going to have a little Christmas intentional house reset. And I thought, you know what, the best way to keep me motivated is, of course, you to come along with me and do some time lapses, because that just keeps me accountable. So Chris and Oliver have gone to football, so I'm gonna, and it'll only be like an hour or so I'm gonna speed round and see what I can do in an hour. The house isn't a total mess. You can see obviously our tree is up. Yay, very exciting. Been up for like 2 weeks. Actually, I had a good kind of mopping all the floors, the skirting floors. I had everything out, cleaned it all before I went in, because it goes in for such a long time, doesn't it? That the stuff behind there doesn't really get cleaned. So yeah, had a really good kind of setup of cleaning of everywhere before the decorations came up. I just got my mum to come around and help do it, and to be honest, I then left her, went out, and she did it. So hasn't she done a fab job? Like, oh, I love it. It's one of my favourite trees actually. Can you see? I'll show you in a minute properly. I'm really happy with our tree this year, and my mum just does such a better job. I love the tree being up, but I find it a little tedious putting it up. It's quite a big job, isn't it? Like, my mum spent all day doing it, bless her. I was just there kind of emotional support, to be honest. Quite overwhelming. And I want it to look so good, and I find it quite, going around the tree and stuff a little bit repetitive with the lights. But let me know if you go around the tree, do you go up and down the tree? Do you do that branch thing? Like, lighting up your Christmas tree is a whole thing. My mum went old school and she went round it, and she starts at the top. And she says her and her dad, which my granddad was like, he used to have the biggest tree in the bay window of their house. Like, everybody in York knew about this house. It was like kind of like a big deal at the time. This was obviously many, many years ago. And he always did it like that. And my mum still does it like that. I don't do it like that. I start from the bottom. So I feel like I'm breaking the tradition. So let me know down below. In fact, I bet my sister will be watching this. Sis, what do you do? Do you do it like mum and granddad, or do you do it like me? So let me know how you put your Christmas tree lights on, because it's a whole thing, isn't it? Today, it is the 29th of November, so it's the Saturday, and I know a lot of you will be agreeing with me. We are buzzing that the 1st of December is a Monday, and we get to start on a Monday again. Like September, this year's been really kind to us. It's a month on a Monday, which is so exciting. But also, if you like my house, that means the elves are coming. The elves are coming on Monday, and them little buggers cause a lot of crazy carnage. And just generally the month of December does really starts to kind of, the house gets a little carnage, doesn't it? Let's be fair. It gets a little carnage where just the cards, the presents, the things, the food, like there's extra stuff, extra clutter that we don't normally have. So I do think it's really important that we kind of can, as best we can, have a really good reset before that period starts. So this time 2 years ago, we read this book, Calm Christmas by Beth Kempton. I have spoke about this before. Last year we read Minimalistic Christmas, I think it was called. But I can't find that actually, and I'd be shocked if I have actually given that to somebody to read, because these books really changed how I saw these next months. I was definitely going into Christmas period with the overwhelm and the stress and the anxiety and the doing that thing that us mums do, where we're trying to make everything perfect, but we're actually doing completely the opposite because we're overthinking it. We're kind of in that got to make it right, when actually we need to stop and enjoy what we're in and where we are. And I was doing that so bad before, until I read these books, and it completely changed everything. A lot of these books say things like, do everything you can in November. Buy all your gifts, wrap all your gifts, anything you can do in November. Book all your tickets to Panto and ice skating and Santa. Do all of that in November, so that when it comes to December, you can enjoy the time. And that sounds so simple when I say it out loud, yeah, of course that makes perfect sense. But actually, I wasn't doing them things at all. I was kind of just like, yeah, we'll need it. I was also the person that was like, well, with gifts and stuff, like, oh, well, we'll wait, we might not need that, depends what we need. Like, again, I suppose I was trying to be intentional with what we brought back into the house, but really knowing full well you need all that stuff. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've definitely not got all my gifts bought and wrapped, but I have made a good start on them. And I've also bought the things that I end up leaving right till the end. Things like wrapping paper, gift bags, chocolates for people, like the little things that you go, oh yeah, we must get that for them, we must get that. We know we need that every year. So why I think it's a good idea to wait until the end and like, okay, I'll wrap them as close to Christmas as possible. And then I don't have the wrapping paper. So then I need to go to the shop, which all the good wrapping paper's gone. And then I'm stressed. And it's like them little things are really important to try and do best you can as early as you can. So I've done all them things. So that makes me feel very smug about that. But if you haven't done that, this is your reminder that this weekend, go and get them things now. Go now, because all the good stuff's still in the stores. Go and get it, and then you can enjoy the month. All the Christmassy things, all the enjoyable things in December can be enjoyed, and we don't have to go into it with this like energy of like doing, because it is overwhelmed. I mean, already the road's busy. People are driving like mentalists. I don't know what goes on at this time of year, but everybody's rushing around busy. Let's not be them busy fools. Let's not be that person. Like, let's go into it and be a little bit smug. Just be like, yeah, I've done all them things and I can now enjoy the period. Yeah, I've got the best tickets to the Panto because I booked them in September. Yes, I've got all these things. Everything's sorted, everything's been organised and planned so that moving into this period can be intentional. It's the one of the books mentioned. Now, I'm talking about the traditions we do, the traditions of, the elves, going to Panto, doing all the Santa stuff, doing all the Christmas magic. But that might not sit right for you. That might not be your version of Christmas. You may be religious. You may not be interested in that, but you will get wrapped up in this. And if it doesn't feel right, prime example, last year, we didn't even have a Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. We had Christmas dinner before, we had Christmas dinner after, we had a Christmas dinner, but on Christmas Day, it was just me, Chris and Oliver. And Oliver doesn't like Christmas dinner. Chris isn't raved about it. It's only me that eats the full Christmas dinner. So why would we put all that effort and energy into making this great big dinner when it didn't fit right for our family? It wasn't the right thing that year. It may change, but just going like, okay, what are we doing this year? When are we doing it? Also, Christmases may not look how you want them to. Like, you may have lost somebody, or maybe your children have flown the nest, or maybe they want to spend time with their friends or partners, or you might be in a stage in life that Christmas doesn't look exactly how you wanted it to or how it's looked in the past. But it doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. It doesn't mean you can't twist things up a bit and go, well, actually, so like for us, we're going to have a Christmas Day with big Christmas dinner on the Sunday before. And we always celebrate, and with Chris's boys, his older boys, on Boxing Day. And that's our tradition. Like, that's made no different. And Chris has been so good at doing that over the years, where he always let their mum have them when they were little on Christmas Day. He didn't get wrapped up in that. He didn't get wrapped up in like, oh my God, woe is me, what am I going to do on Christmas Day? He just moved his Christmas Day and did it on Boxing Day. They have the presents, they have the food, and they've done that for years, and I think that will continue. And they're grown-up boys now. It just shows that you don't have to, if your Christmas, for whatever reason, maybe you've got to work this year, going abroad, or maybe your children are spending it with their other parent, or reasons where you might not, it's one day, let's remember that, it's one day, and don't let that ruin the whole period, because to me, Christmas Day is lovely, but I like the whole period. The whole festive period is the best part. The going the ice skating, the wrapping the presents, the seeing Santa, all the magical moments. And that's why we love the elves in this house. And I was definitely the person that didn't want the elves. I was like, we're not having the elves. They look too stressful. We're not having them. Grandma brought the elves in. We now have 6 of the goddamn buggers. And it's wonderful. I would not change it. The magic it brings to our house is so worth it for us. But that might not be worth it for you. And that's okay. That is absolutely fine. I mean, the elves on a shelf's only like 15 years old, I think. Santa's less than 100 years old. Like, these traditions are made up. They're magical and we hold on to them, and they're traditions that somebody else, and we've escalated. If you change the tradition, make your own tradition, follow other people's tradition, go with it. It's absolutely fine. If it doesn't feel right for you not to go to the panto, it doesn't feel right for you to do X, Y, and Z, don't do it. Don't do it because everybody else is doing it. Don't be that person. Don't fall into that. Just do whatever feels right for you. Eat pizza on Christmas Day if that's what you want. Have steak on Christmas Day. You don't have to have a turkey. It doesn't matter. You don't have to go and stand in the M&S queue for hours on end because everybody else is doing that. Do what feels right for you. Make your own traditions and just move into this period with pure intention and pure joy, because that's exactly what it is. At the end of the day, this period is to get us through winter. And it's beautiful. It's the best time of year, isn't it? It's so magical. I am going to clean today, but with intention. Yes, the house needs some love and affection, but there's a reason behind it. It's a reason behind it knowing that moving into this next week or so, we want to start December as we mean to go on, having a really happy, fulfilled Christmas. And if my kitchen island looks like carnage, it makes me feel like carnage, and it's not it's not useful for me at all. So yes, I'm going to stop talking to you because I've been talking to you for too long. We're chipping into my speed clean. Let's do this. Let's go and have a speed clean. These are just all the Christmas bits that have come down from the loft: cards, wrapping paper, books, etc. I used to wrap up 24 books for Oliver to open and read each day of Advent, but now he's getting older. These little storybooks just too young for him, really. So this year we're keeping it as simple and we're releasing that tradition, and honestly, it feels great. I always like to do the kitchen island. It's my favourite spot to reset. When this is clear, the whole house just feels calmer. I don't know what it is. And I always think the energy flows so much better when surfaces aren't cluttered. A clean island is like a starting point of a peaceful day, if you ask me. Just a little hoover and then a fluff of the cushions in the living room. And yes, I am doing the karate chop. Some days I love it, some days I hate it, and I think it looks like a yacht, but today I'm feeling fancy, I guess, so we're going with the karate chop. Just prepping the log burner for later, and my top tip, if you've got one, the easiest way to clean the glass is literally vinegar, kitchen roll, dip it into the ash, wipe it, comes off straight away. No scrubbing, no elbow grease, beautiful, good as new.
Next, I'm resetting the students' room. We just had 2 lovely German boys leave us this morning, and although we won't be having students again until next year, we will be using this room over Christmas, so I like to keep it ready, almost like an Airbnb, always guest ready, because spare rooms can so easily become a dumping ground, and that's stressful for the soul. Every space in your home should be used intentionally and not just because that's what's expected of a room. Also, I'm just going to nerd out a little bit here. I have a little system for making beds. I always make sure I do the pillowcases first, then the fitted sheet. I start at the top and then down to the bottom, because if it's too tight you need to pull it from the bottom, and then I move on to the putting the duvet on. And the reasons why I think a system is good for keeping things on top of your home is it's less thinking. It's just you autopilot it. And it's same when I strip the bed. I make sure I strip it, I fold it up neatly, and it's so much easier. Then there's no thinking about how I'm going to do it, because I just do it. I know that's a total nerdy thing, and I'm not saying my system's right, but systems literally do help save time. So I really recommend finding your own system, or hey, use mine. I just wanted a quick sort of Oliver's clothes. I just needed to get on top of everything, back in his drawers are just a bit messy. But organising everything always feels so much better, doesn't it? And I love folding Ol's clothes Maria Kondo style. It's easy for him to find, but it's also easier for me. Socks though, my nemesis. I try to buy all black socks so I'm not matching odd ones, but they still do creep in. Any tips welcome. Into the hallway now. I always like to open up the door, let the good energy flow in as often as possible, but just a quick tidy of the coats and the shoes, a hoover and get rid of any of the mud in the entrance. Your entrance sets the tone for your home, and clearing it always feels like such a fresh start. You want the good energy to come in, so you've got to make sure that that area is all nice and tidy. Oliver's desk and toy area needed a proper sort. It was carnage. I had to sit down for this one, take my time. But with Christmas coming, more things are obviously going to come into the home, so it really needed to be done. So a really good space, and Oliver was so grateful, bless him. Finally, I even had time to fold a little bit of washing. Oh, okay, done. I feel quite happy actually. Oh, the boys have just pulled up at home, so I think I've done quite well really. So here they are. It's good timing, eh? Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I feel much better having a little reset ready, and obviously I feel much better having a nice little reset ready. Organised a few little bits and pieces ready to move into December. I'm just going to spend the rest of the day reading this book, The Christmas Tree Farm, which my friend sent to me, which is super cute because she was reading it. And I said, oh, let me know how you get on. Can I read it after you? And she sent me an Amazon gift, and she said, enjoy, my lovelies. Ladies shouldn't have to wait for the spice. Now that is a girl of my own heart. So I am getting through that. Although I'm just going to put that out there. I'm struggling a little with these books. They're very slow. I don't like that it's in, is it the third person? So it's the author is writing about the characters. I actually prefer to hear straight from the characters. So I'll let you know how you get on. I've got this far, can you see? And there's no spice. I need the spice to keep me going. So slow, very cute books, very misleading, but I'm waiting for the spice to heat up. So that's what I'm gonna do, light the fire, read this book, and yeah, enjoy December. So I hope you guys have a nice weekend, have a nice reset, ready for an intentional December. See you next time, bye.